Hey there everybody, and welcome back. Today I've got something special to share with all you dog lovers out there. It's a product that could save your furry friend's life in the event of an emergency. Now what is it? It's a product called the Fido Pro Airlift Rescue Sling, and as the name implies, it's a rescue sling that could help you with rescuing your dog in the event of an emergency. I was at the Outdoor Retailer Show in June and I saw their booth, and I talked to the founder for a while and heard the story about how he came up with the idea for this product during a time when he was out skiing with his dog and accidentally cut his dog's skin open on their leg when he was skiing with it. And he was really far from the trailhead, and ultimately he was able to makeshift kind of a sling out of his backpack. But that sparked the idea for him to actually invent this product. Now they did offer to send me this for free. I've not received any sort of compensation as terms for making this video. I'm just giving this video review just to share with you a cool product that I think is essential for people who go on adventures with their dogs. Now, I obviously hope I never actually need to use this in a true event of an emergency. I would have it there and I'd be able to rescue my dog. So what is it exactly? It's essentially a rugged piece of nylon with some holes in it and some straps built in that would enable you to carry your dog out in the event of an emergency. It's very rugged. It's made in the USA. The straps are adjustable. There's also a sternum strap that goes across the middle. This model right here, this is the medium, and it weighs 9.5 ounces, so it's relatively compact and lightweight, and you could carry it with you on your trips, your backpacking trips, hiking, or just walking around with relative ease. It could go in your pack, or you could also attach it to the outside on a hook or something, so if you're constrained for space, you could also do that. So let's talk about some of the examples of situations where you might need to use this. Now, I've not actually used it myself, but I did look on their website and saw a ton of reviews going back to 2019 where people talked about situations where something bad happened to their dog and they were able to rescue them. The most recent review actually talked about a person who was hiking with their dog about a mile from the trailhead, and they came across a rattlesnake. The rattlesnake did not get them, but their dog got between them and the rattlesnake and ultimately got bit in the face. They applied first aid, and then they immediately put their dog into the Airlift Rescue Sling and then hiked out to safety, and everything turned out okay for them and their dog. I also read one review that talked about a person who uses the Rescue Sling for actually going up ladders on trails that they're on, so not necessarily even emergency. They also talked about using it to carry their dog across fast-moving water that would be unsafe for their dog to go across on their own. So it's multifunction, and it could have non-emergency use cases as well. All right, so let's show you how it works. Okay, before I get into showing you how it works, I just want to say that it does have instructions on the back side here. It's very straightforward. Quite frankly, I've never actually read the instructions because it's just so intuitive that it's obvious to me how the product works without having to read these instructions, but they are there for you if you need them. Callie has done this a couple of times, but she also can be a little bit of a squirmer at times, so got some tips for you here. There is a front inside which is labeled here on this white part. It does say front inside, so you want to have that be wherever your dog's head is at and lay it out flat. Try to get the webbing out of the way, the arm straps. And then what I do is I start with the back and I get her legs through here, and once I've done that, I try to hold this up while I'm working on the front, and that just keeps her from wriggling out of it. Now, just got her in there real quick like that, and very easy, and lifting her up, the airlift. So super straightforward, super easy to use in a real emergency when you're tense or anxious or just kind of freaking out a little bit. It's not something very complicated that you're going to fumble with. Very easy to use. And in terms of getting her onto my back, I'm going to go ahead and adjust these straps down to the full maximum here. There is a front and a back. You can tell which side is the front because it has the sternum strap on it there. And I am going to spin her around while I put this on. Just like that. And come here, Callie. Just like that. Really easy to put on. Okay, so as you can see, it's super easy to use. In an event of emergency, you don't want to be fumbling around with something that's very complicated. Once you've got it on your back, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you adjust the shoulder straps to get the dog at the correct height for whatever you feel comfortable in terms of how you want to carry your dog on your back. Also, before you start moving around, definitely make sure that your dog is in there as level as possible. So you don't want your dog to be slanted either left or right or forward or backwards in a way that might make them feel uncomfortable, like they're going to fall out. I did hiking around here at the Forest and Icy Marks for about a mile this weekend, and I did not have any issues carrying her around. It was also pretty comfortable for her, I think, because she didn't squirm or make any noises at all like she was uncomfortable. So is this something that I'm going to use? Absolutely. Just like I bring things like Band-Aids, Neosporin, rubber gloves, etc. as part of my first aid kit for caring for myself in the event of an emergency, this is something that I think would be necessary for me in the event that I need to carry my dog out, that I'll just be stuffing it in my pack and bringing it along with me. It's absolutely something that every responsible dog owner should have. So that's it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely hit that like and subscribe button. Share it out with your dog friends. And as always, happy trails and see you next video. Thanks.